What's going on, y'all? Welcome back, episode 32 of the walkthrough, picking up here in Mount Gelmir. So, we almost did make it up to, Volcano Manor. In fact, there it is, right there. We have a Fallen Star Beast to take out. We dropped down over there. So, it's the same fight it was before. Crazy hitboxes. This one's much worse than the other one. Just remember, he does do bleed on that tail. I can't get to him. That seems real fair. I wish you could get off this rock. Come on, buddy. We're trying to... he's not really weak to anything, guys. He's not weak to magic. He's not weak to bleed. But he has no known weaknesses besides a bit of, physical here and there. Damn, that was close. But his tail's gonna do blood loss, obviously. A lot of stomping attacks. If we can get criticals on him, that'd be for the best. He sees you hit like a truck, so we're just taking to it, healing to it. He's pretty fucking annoying fight. And when his head goes up, that's when we're gonna try to roll. Run back away from this. It's a big area of effect. And also it does have a slam down. He should have been staggered by now. You just really can't get to him, look at this. This is a fucking wreck. It's a fucking mess. Trying to slowly stay on him. I guess you really want his head to try to stagger him. Thing with it, you just can't fucking get to it. There it is. Oh, you bitch. Fucking wait. This game it completely fucks you out of your critical attacks a lot. Probably just take it out of the game as much as you can't get it off. And he's still going. And there you go, there's a Fallen Star Beast. We've fought others. We've given a guide on others. Trying to really see that, being a thing we need to do. But it's a fucking annoying fucking fight. It's probably gonna take you a few tries. You do get the Falling Star Beast job, probably one of the better strength intelligence weapons in the game. Physical, magic. It's going to be more strength than it, for sure. But, it's another choice. And that's the last one I can think of that's like a big, colossal strength intelligence weapons. Now, there's other ones that have strength and scaling, but they're like great swords and stuff like that. Like regular great swords, not big great swords. Alright. So as we go down, let's actually jump over to, was it really Road of Antiquity? It is. Okay, good. So we're going to go this way. Yeah, we should start from the bottom, work our way up. There's two paths here. So this is going to be another larval tier we can get here. Oh shit, Sorry guys, sorry. I had to look at the notes. There was a cave last episode. I said we were gonna, kind of run back towards the cave. Completely fucking forgot about it. And it does get you a pretty cool cannon. It's called the jar cannon, so we do want to do this. So we're actually gonna turn back around. I thought we ended up fitting it in. You're fucking with me, right? Bruh. People wonder why I get irritated with this game. I'm glad you guys can see this. There's no reason There is no reason that should have happened. None. That was utterly ridiculous for how long this game's been out. That should have been fixed a long time ago. Alright. We have a lot of madness going on here. They're going to have pretty much the same abilities that they did over in the area. Where they're going to have Flame of the Frenzy, or Frenzy Flame, whatever it was. Or like shoots out of your eyes. Then they're also going to be using Power Supreme. It's them just screaming. Kind of inflicting madness on themselves, but it does, you know, build up in you as well. That being said, they don't have much health. They're not going to give you much trouble. Alright, so as we go down and backtrack, oh look, it actually worked. We're going to go to the left. So back here on the left is going to be tucked, a little cave tucked away. That's really short, like most caves are. But there are some pretty cool items, and there's one item here that's really rare. It's the only one in the game to the DLC. It's a jar cannon. It's a ballista technically, but way cooler than any ballista you found, for sure. I mean, you have the hand ballista. It's way cooler than that. It's literally a jar that fires ballista bolts. That is freaking awesome for strength builds. And I mean it. It's that good. It's that cool. I mean, it fires from the hip. It's got really good range. It's like an absolute animal, for sure. Like an absolute fucking animal. Clear these guys out. If that takes us down, we don't want to go that way. Drop. Where was the drop? I think it's to the right we want to go. There's supposed to be, yeah. So right here, there's going to be a path to the right. It's going to drop you down ledges. But going this way, you'll be able to get all the items. Going the other way, you're going to miss some of these higher up items. So do keep that in mind. Alright. There. We're already almost to the boss. We're just going to drop, kill a couple guys, and get on over to the boss fight. It's going to be another demi-human queen. There's that. Pretty much just going around clearing everything up now. And as you see, just to bring it all back together, that's the other path. So we know everything's clear, we're not missing anything. And we are good to move on. So like I said, this is going to be another demi-human queen. I feel like she does more physical-based attacks than anything else. She can cast spells, right? But typically they don't do that much. Why am I getting turned around? Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. Well, so many of these caves they're similar. They're all different. In fact, of all the 100-something dungeons, there's no two catacomb or cave that are identical. Some are close, you know. They're all just a bit different from each other. There's demi-human queen targets. Like I said, nothing too crazy, but you do get the jar cannon, which is absolutely dope. I guess fuck it, we'll just go from the top. Thing of it is when you come down here, I was gonna start from the bottom. When you come down here, it kind of gets to a fork in the road. So you gotta take both paths regardless. You know, that's kind of the thing. Fairly short. Alright. Might just go and use up a lot of these runes. We have so many. We probably do have 80,000 worth. I mean, 18, 4, 28, 21. There's so many. Might not be enough for level, but it gets really close. I mean, 28 of these. Look at that, 40. We already got almost 70,000 from it, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a whole level. That's what happens when you don't spend too much. And there we go. That's another level, and that's also going to allow us to go respec. So we can go and get this knocked out before we go any farther. So like I said, this is the point in the game when you are going to go in and respec. As soon as you have, like if you have 2 damage stats, you get them both to 40-40, go pull 20 levels out as soon as you get it. So like you should be around a level, 110, 115. The reason I do this is our base stats are done. We've been talking about doing this for a while now. And it is important. Because right now, if we stayed at what we were, we would set the level of health, we'd have to level mind, we'd have to level endurance, we'd have to level dex, we'd have to level arcane. Instead, if we, respec and go down to 30, we put those into our base stats, get them done for the entirety of the game. We don't have to go back. It's just going to be really, really nice, right? That's how I usually do it. I try to do it 50, 20, 25. Keeps us good for our weight requirements and stuff like that. And I don't even think we'll actually even reach the 30-30 mark, fortunately. Uh, 25. And that's because of the 3 points, I put in strength just to wield this weapon. What sucks about this is I don't even need them since we changed weapons. If I just... That's what we need for our actual weapon. So we would be pretty good there. I guess I just have to keep this down to 25. It's just a few points, so let us reach some requirements and stuff. You know what? We could put that on that other talisman for +5 to strength. Which would be nice. And we kept that the same. It would be exactly what I thought, 30-30. Then with that talisman, we would, put us up to 18, and that's what we need. And then we could keep our faith at 15 like we need. It would be 30 there, it would be 30 there, and these are done. Later in the game, it might be okay to, put more mana, maybe to 25. That'd be a really nice spot, but we don't have to. Health is done, mind is done, endurance is done, unless you want more, but it should be done, done, done. We'll need like 3 points here eventually to, use the shield we have, but only 1 for our new weapon. We have 30 dex here. Faith obviously at 15 for our spell requirements, and 30 arcane. Now the reason I'm doing this is because now my shit is done for the rest of the game. So I don't reach my stat requirements, I go put this on, and now I do. We're looking good. Got enough stamina to, take good care of us here. What about that? Nope, not enough for that. But that's why we have it on. Full armor set, 1 main weapon, seal, shield, all our shit's there. We finally can get rid of that talisman. I told you guys, you want that thing off as fast as possible because it's going to make you take increased damage. But, like I said, 50 health, 20 mind, 25 endurance. We're at the 18 strength with this talisman, so 13. We'll need 1 more point in strength for our weapon, and I think 3 more for the shield, but we can just trade out shields, But yeah, 30-30 on our damage. So now for the rest of the game, all we got to do is worry about dex and arcane, and that's it, or your faith and strength, or whatever the hell you're working on. That's it. No matter what build you are, this is going to work for every build. You know what I mean? So that's what's so beautiful about it, guys. We're done with our base stats. So instead of worrying about leveling up 5 different stats, we're only worried about 2. That's it. That is it. And we're going to bring these 2 up together. And look at that fucking health. That's 5 more levels than we had with that talisman on. So we're having more health. Look at our mana. Definitely good. I like to try to get my mana to 25 at least. And I usually do use builds that rely on it. So do keep in mind we lost some damage. But we still have enough to, deal with whatever we got to deal with. Scaling will start coming, in handy soon. But we're still at 30 dex. It's not like it's 20. It's not like it's 15. Like, it's still 30 dex. It's not bad. But our other weapons can get dex and arcane scaling, and we're gonna get it in the capital. So that's why we're needing to start working on these. But having to worry about health and stamina and mind and dex and arcane, I'd rather lose a few points. Hell, our arcane didn't change at all. We were already at 30 arcane. So the only thing that changed is 15 points at dex, or 20 points at dex. So, but that's good. I'll take that to have our shit done. So from here, we do have an invisible scarab. This is gonna be another like archery Ashavore. This is another one of those that could be a bit annoying, as they tend to be. So if we could line it up. Which was it? This rock. It's just got a weird ass pattern. How are you gonna, how the fuck are you gonna find that? He literally just went on a rock and ran in circles 3 times and came down. But if you can, get it. That's skill right there, baby. That's skill. So we don't have to worry about going this way anymore. We got the scarab, right? We did get the golden seed. So we got everything we want there. So it's going down. So these guys are going to be dropping Somber 4s at this point instead of Somber 2s. And they'll eventually drop Somber 7s when we get to the mountaintop of the giants. You are fucking annoying. God damn, dude. I can't stand an enemy that just like doesn't stop. Like, we have to stop. We run out of stamina. Why do you guys get to have infinite fucking stamina and just don't ever stop? Like, god damn it, dude. Fuck. It pisses me off that bad. It really does, anyways, it's fucking atrocious, in my opinion. Y'all need to change that. It should work the same for everybody. That's how it works, Alright. So, now we're going to move ahead. We're going to get some loose items. We're going to get some larval tiers. Or 1 larval tier. Take out a boss and get a really, really, really good tier for your flask if you're a mage. It eliminates mana consumption for 10 seconds. And you're probably like, what, 10 seconds? That doesn't sound good at all. And I'm sure it doesn't. If you don't know how to use your spells properly. Or what spells to use in that situation. What you do is use one of those, use meteorite, you use common azure, something that as long as you hold down the button, you're going to keep casting until you run out of mana. You go to a boss fight with common azure or meteorite, and it's going to rain non-stop for 10 seconds without costing you a thing in mana. And if a boss lives past that 10 seconds, you don't either have enough levels and intelligence to get good scaling, or your staff isn't upgraded enough, because that should destroy everything. So, we are worried about Deathblight here, guys. And it's like all he wants to do. You might get killed here a time or two. Why are we missing that? It's right there. And you can't stagger this guy. Yeah, I figured we die at least once. You can't stagger him, but it's extremely hard to do. He doesn't want you healing, obviously. You know what? I'm tired of you. There's my death bite. I was in the middle of an action. I was built by Ashavore. I hate these fucks. And so in Altus Plateau, this is one of the very common enemies that are there. And they're like this the whole time. They really are. I'm still missing them. Yeah, death blighted. So the reason why we're fucking with him is, like I said, he drops a larval tier, so. And usually he's like one of those ones that's like a commoner, and then you kill him, and then he turns into this. His name is Wormface. What am I doing? I guess it's just a shit episode. I mean, I don't understand. Oh, well, it's only 15,000. You start getting to a point where you're not worried about it. I'm so worried about my fucking weapon buff. Alright, so let's try this again. Definitely a ledge there. I mean, if you run straight off, you're gonna fall. You know, if you run straight from that side of grace, it's kind of maybe not. That's not the best spot for a side of grace. I don't know. But anyway, let's run up here and try this shit again. So his head is so far forward. I kept missing attacks because of the fact, you know, I'm thinking his legs are close. So let's run away from this. I know we have some, yeah, let's clear this real quick. Or not. He must have hit us. Yeah, it's that bad, guys. It's that bad. It's probably the first time you've ever seen me die more than once in a row to any enemy. Because I typically, on most Souls games, I don't die more than one time to anything. Like, we did the whole walkthrough for Lords of the Fallen. I didn't die to any boss more than one time. And most of that was because you had to for certain quests, you know? But some of these basic enemies, these, you know, these enemies you see out in the open world, they just put you in these positions that are just shit. Or it's just like 9,000 people you gotta fight at once. And it's just, you know, it's not good. If he would do something else, we could actually fight him. But since he's doing this, it's not really like we could fight him. Should have been staggered, I feel like. He's gonna be dead before I even stagger him. Alright, there he is. So give him my laurels here and never look at me again. Yeah, so he's a pretty common enemy you're going to see in Altus Plateau. There's a boss fight with one of them about that size. Most of them are not that size. They're big, you know, but they're not going to be, you know, that big. So we're going to go forward and fight our ulcerated tree spirit at this, you know, kind of dead Erd tree out here. Same fight it always is, right? Fire, obviously. Dodging the big shit. Trying to get charge attacks or big attacks if you can. So we can try to stagger this fuck, but dodge. He's got a bit of poise. You can usually tell when you're about to break, you know, his stance. It's not too hard to do. And he probably has more than most enemies. That's that attack I can never get away from. Ever. He's got a bit of poise, but I still think it's one of the better ways. Not to mention he's weak to blood loss. But he's actually about to be staggered again. Right now. See? And so you play this game enough, you know when they're supposed to be staggered. That's why when they're not, I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be, you know, I'm supposed to be getting a critical on you right now. I know I am. I can pretty much call out every time an enemy's supposed to be staggered. But with that being said, you got to remember, if you start building up that stagger bar on them, and then you give them time to recover, you know, it's not going to be one more charge attack. It's probably going to be a few, you know what I mean? So you got to keep that stuff in mind. Alright, so after that, so that's going to be 2 new tiers. Like I said, eliminates all FP consumption and mixed physics, but it's only for 10 seconds. Temporary boost poise. We're eventually going to get one that makes it much easier to break enemy stagger. So all enemies will take more stagger damage. It's probably my favorite tier of the game, especially for our hard boss fights. You know, you start getting staggers, you start getting criticals. Anyways, we're going to drop down from there and get something really, really good for faith builds. But first, we're going to be invaded. Hopefully we can take down the dogs before the invader gets here. It's going to be Anastasia again. This will be your second invasion. This time you get her weapon. It is a holy strength weapon. Golden Vow. So there's an incantation of Golden Vow. So now you can just get 20% more damage and 15% more defense anytime you want. Just applying that buff. You don't need to use the actual form. Sacred Butchering Knife. So as I said, you're getting holy, you're getting physical. 16 strength, 20 dex. And wow, it has holy built in, but no faith skill. No, it does have faith scaling, just no faith requirement. That's pretty cool. And it seems to be even split. It's getting better scaling in faith than anything, but has no faith requirement. Is that not weird? Does that not sound weird to y'all? Okay, like to me, that sounds extremely odd. But alright. I've never used it before. It would be a good weapon to get, like, coming up here at the start of the game or something. To hold you over until you did get Blasphemous Blade. Or, you know, or Dorvis's Great Sword or something like that. Oh, even the halberd from the Black Blade Kindred and Haley from the Beastful Sanctum. That's a hell of a strength-based weapon. Hell of a strength. One of my favorite ones. We can take these guys out if we want. I say let's just get the loot. If I'm using like Darkmoon Greatsword and I can send out like them huge frostbite arcs, those things like melt, they really do. But this weapon, we gotta get really close, so. And it doesn't do as much damage to it. Let's just get our loot and get on our way. There's not much here. We're actually just gonna go back on out to the bridge, and then we'll clear the other side of it when we get to Altus. Because you gotta remember, this isn't actually Altus, it is Mount Gelmir, but Volcano Manor is pretty much the end of Mount Gelmir. So get this side of Grace, then across there is where we did Bar's Quest offline, and the Bloodwrath Ruins and all that stuff. Yeah, as you see, you would go across that, and that's the Bloodwrath Ruins right there, or right the Blood Ruins. I apologize. So we're good to go. That is all 100% clear. There's nothing else out front. Just gonna jump to Volcano Manor. Alright, so going over my notes, it seems we've already picked up the strength weapon here. Yeah, we did. We've already done everything we can of the Volcano Manor questline. So all there is here to do is the Volcano Manor itself. 27 minutes in, I do believe we can do this. So, using that key, we're going to go right here. Roll in that painting, turn on your lantern. There's going to be a lot of snails. Some dropped from the roof, so be prepared for that. There's also going to be a Bloodhound, Bloodhound Knight. There's going to be two paths here. That's the path of progression, down the stairs. But if you go over here to the left, this is going to bring us to that one door that was locked we could not get in. And here's the snails falling down on you, I was warning you about. It's going to get you summons. Very rare summons, too. Actually, even the picture of it in your inventory looks completely different than your other summons. For some reason, it's got, like, color on it. I don't know if that makes it really cool or... Never used it. I probably should try to fuck with it though. That's gonna be your visible wall. Right here, get your summons. So Depraved Perfumer, Carman. You see, it's like got the sparks lit up and stuff. Usually your summons don't actually, have any color on the picture of them. So that's why I say it kind of sticks out to me a bit. I mean, I guess some do. It's just you don't see it too often. There's actually one in the Capitol that the picture of it has really, really, really colorful stuff in the underground. It makes me think there's something special about it. I gotta try out more of the summons since I don't use them much. I don't, know the most about every summons in the game. It's not because I'm like one of those, oh, you don't use summons guys, you didn't really beat the game if you use summons. No, I mean, I think everyone should play how they want. I just, I don't think we use them half the time because I feel like they're just not needed. You're dead. Give us a good run. Now you're getting the Bloodhound Claws. Those can get around shields that, cause blood loss build up. Like a little Wolverine running around. Pretty cool. So this is going to get us on up to the church. The church is actually the start of Volcano Manor. Like when it comes to, doing the dungeon itself. Let's go and get a rest on. I would wait to do this till next episode. There is quite a bit packed in here, but it seems to go pretty quick. We've already got a lot of the stuff here. Not everything nowhere near it, but we've got quite a few things. So what we're going to want to do before we do anything else is clear the rooftops. Very important. There are enemies that are going to spam deadly poison pots on you. Not regular poison, deadly poison. Remember, regular poison, when the bar fills, your health will slowly take away. Deadly poison, as you're sitting in the cloud of it, literally just decimates your health bar. Drains the bucket, melts it. We can fairly say it melts it. And then it also fills that bar up, which takes your health away. So you don't want to get hit by these pots, guys. So just make sure we're going getting all of our items, and we're eventually gonna drop down below. Yep, see it's deadly point. See my health? The bar's not gonna fill. I'm almost dead. And we're eventually gonna drop down below, so we're just kind of going around, taking all these guys out, and getting whatever loot is associated with that area. But we will be kind of going down there. After we get that, let's work our way on up. Should be another lizard coming. He's usually on this. Yeah, there is. Let's see if we can get to him first. Where are these fucks? They drive me mad. Not really hard to get killed here. As you see, we've already went through. But 3 heals already, and we went across 1 rooftop. So we could try to do this in one. We got a Scarab and we got a Smithing 5 over on... where is it? Oh, drop down roof. Right there. So to get both items, you're going to have to do 2 runarounds. So if it's either one or the other, I'd rather just get the Scarab. If you guys want to run around for that Smithing 5, you can, but we're going to find a lot of them, so. Oh, actually, we could just grab it there, right? Jump on up here. And just get back on the roof here. I should have thought about that. I think we can get back around and see. We had to grab the sticks anyway. Buddy. We're going to try to run and jump. Here. It should take us right around to it. Coming full circle. Not going to make that gap. Alright, so we're going to have to get back up a little bit higher. That's okay. That's okay. It's going to get on the battlement here, go the same path we were before. To make sure we could actually get to it to reach it. It's right over there. There's still so many spuckers left. There it is. Okay. We're at the drop here. So right beneath us is actually going to be an omen killer. I'm gonna watch out for him. And then there's gonna be more poison guys. So let's just be really careful. The poison guy's gonna hit you with a deadly poison pot, and if that guy gets 1 hit, you're probably dead. Between both, one thing consistently melting your health, and then the other thing hitting you with big damage. So you don't have too much health. That's not a guaranteed drop, that weapon. I thought it was. It's a very high chance drop. Very high chance. There is a guaranteed drop later in the game. A few of them, like that one, the one in the Capitol, they do drop it. Like it's a huge chance drop, to get it. But you actually can get 2 in a single playthrough. Like it's not too bad. You'll kill so many of them, eventually you'll get 1. Then there's a guaranteed drop that you get. In Altus Plateau case. We're just kind of making sure everything's dead. Who just hit me? I don't see anybody. Maybe we got someone up top. Anyways, after you clear that up, we're gonna go to the back cell to get the best pure faith talisman in the game, and we did already pick it up for faith users. It's probably one we took through the Arnia trap. Okay, good, good. So you guys probably already have that plus 10. If you're doing pure faith build, you're not using anything but incantations, so you have no reason that it shouldn't be at plus 10 and been getting great scaling. I mean, you guys are probably sitting at 70 fucking faith already, only uh, upgrading one stat like that. Alright, so what we're looking for is this little opening here. Now this is quite hard to do. We might miss and get killed, not get killed, have a big run around. Because you got to kind of almost turn, like as you jump. Lean into that. So that's a stone sword key. So if you don't feel like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if my drop could have been any more last minute than that. It's a stone sword key. I mean, I'd probably just rather buy one than sit here and waste so much time trying to go through it. So these are floaty boys, as you see. I thought I'd get away. So if they're the dark pots, like the black pots, they are going to explode after you kill them. Sometimes they'll just explode themselves, like they'll run at you with their little tiny legs and try to get to you. But usually you just kind of roll. You're typically alright. We do get a new shield over here, the smoldering shield right here. Pretty nice as well. The small shield has shield bash, does fire damage. That's a regular pot. Besides that, and get your drop, go in the middle. The middle has explodey boys, as you see, they're darker in color, right? So take one out, run, jump, go take the others. There we go. Now we're pretty much just kind of doing a circle around here. Now we're just going to go on up here and follow it around, and it will lead us back up from whence we came. Alright. That's a run and jump. And then we'll try this one more time. That's gotta be it. Okay, good. Good. Alright. So we got that path completely done. And we'll just kind of run straight through real quick. Do this circle again. It is hard to get though. Like, I'm being serious about that. Like, that jump does suck. And maybe you don't have to curve that corner while you jump, but it does kind of feel like you do, you know what I mean? It might just be like a trick on your eyes, maybe. It makes me feel like I need to. Alright, let's run, jump. You guys know I like to try to take my time and not run everywhere, but just because we gotta do this loop around 2-3 times. And we don't have the most time left for this episode. And the only reason I started the Legacy Dungeon, almost halfway through the episode is because it just doesn't take long to do. So we got the dogs, we're good there. That's how we're going to progress forward, but first we're going to turn around. And you can kill the virgin abductors or abductor virgin if you wish, but what we're after is simply just a little like hallway down here with some dogs. Where is it? Must have been down for, or is it over here? And there's nothing much that's come from it, to be honest with you guys. There's no real reason to do this if you don't feel like it. Damn, I missed both? What's the chances of that shit? There you go. So just to get all the items. Alright, let's kind of run away from him. And we are going to want to use a stone sword key up here. It gets us another talisman. So if we are trying to collect all talismans, that you could actually get in a single playthrough, it's something we're going to want to do. Now there's going to be a virgin abductor here. She's kind of like sleeping though. However, she is going to wake up. And other than that, we just got like, pot throwing assholes and talisman up top on the stairs. It's just kind of like dormant, right? And I don't know if you have to attack her for her to come alive, but usually she typically will eventually. Yeah, okay. That worked out pretty nicely. Then we just follow it around, get our health talisman. So this is going to be the upgrade one, the one you started with at the start of the game. That's your +1. Pretty late in the game. As we're about halfway through, the base game at this point. Alright. So now, we're finally almost into the little house up here. Some pretty decent stuff here if you know where to look. We'll get that on the way back. So there's a specific way you want to take this. Some side paths and stuff we could do. Before, now we're going to go ahead and climb up this roof. By doing so, you're going to feel like you need to go to the left and drop on down to get inside this building. However, there's a little route here that I must have missed for my first 3 playthroughs. I don't know how. I just never looked down here. I was always looking everywhere else. I was looking that way. I'm like, okay, how do we get down there? Then you see this and you just go for it, and you don't even think really. At least I didn't. Look back here, but this gets you the albineric mask and staff and maybe another omen sword. Because there he is. Big omen bro in here. Or omen killer. They're omen killers, not omens. So what do you drop? Yeah, there you go. Another one. Like I said, it's just a chance drop. It's not guaranteed. The one you get guaranteed is from a boss fight, but it's a good chance of it, Now we're going out this way. It's going to put us back on the roof. You could jump, into the house that way. But if we do, we'd miss that item on the roof. Now, we are damn near out of heals. We're almost to a side of grace. And there's some enemies here that if they grab you, they're going to take half of your health. So please keep that in mind moving forward. You're going out to the left. Grab that. Jump on down. And this is the true way to actually enter. You gotta kind of do a circle, and you're gonna notice this door's open, the rest are locked. Now we could unlock them from this way, but that's crazy. If we just have one more point in dex, we killed them one hit. Alright, so we can go on out this way, get some explosive great bolts. Or lightning great bolts, one of the two. I forget that. I really do think it was explosive. Oh no, that's the shortcut. Wrong door. Alright, so from there. We're gonna go downstairs. Remember those guys that can grab you? Yeah, I'm sure you guys didn't forget these from our early run around for our somber stunts. So that's what I said. If they grab you, that's half your health. So do keep that in mind. There's quite a few in here. Not 10, but probably 5 or 6 for sure. If you can get that off first, you're okay. Fuck. I didn't hit the button fast enough. As you see, pretty much exactly my health bar. In fact, he did about 60% of my health. Good thing is they don't like spam that move back to back, at least, at least they don't. Okay, from there, what we're going to do is go on right where we came down the stairs. We're going to go to the left. This guy's hanging here. He's going to start screaming. Or is that the one that drops down? There's an enemy like that you meet later on that screams and summons a bunch of shit. I thought that's what he was doing. Any Hoosiers, let's go and grab our side of grace. So as you come on into that main room, you turn to the right. First door on your right is your side of grace. Pretty close to the level here. Oh no, we're 10,000. We'll wait. So everything just respawned, and that's okay. Alright, that's how we leave here. And this is where the explosive bolt is. Man, serpent shield. So that weapon he has is really good, but I think it's like a 1% drop rate. I've heard a lot of people say they really love it. I've never been able to get it. I farmed for it for like an hour, and after that, I was just like, I'm done with it. You know, like I don't even care anymore. You know, for real. Like, I really don't care anymore at this point. It's one weapon. If you got to farm for 2 hours to get it, it's just not worth your time, in my opinion. After that point, if the game doesn't want to give you something that badly, like they just really don't want to give you something that much, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Alright. Down to 9 hills. Let's go ahead and drop off here. So we know we already went on that rooftop over there and got the Somber 6. We know we got that. Then we ran around earlier to get the item off the hanging body. We got the Rune 9 from here. So we don't need anything else from here. All we got left of this first portion is the magma worm. This is a horrible fight. You don't get anything crazy. And he's not even worth any runes, guys. Like, he's straight up not worth shit. He really isn't. So, like, if it wasn't for the walkthough, I wouldn't do it. I don't like this fight. I don't enjoy this fight. It's not a good time. You have nowhere to stand. You got some one-shot moves. It's just a bad time. So good. I'm summoning enough health, and he's gonna kill my health fast. I know he is, but still. It's the same fight as always. Block that. If we can get him turned around, I'm about to stagger him. I want to make sure I can actually get to his space. Ah, you good. At least we got the blood loss on him. Yeah, so his fight's garbage. When he run away in case he does a slam down. He's gonna fuck you if he does it. Yeah. As you see, a one-shot mimic, it's got one-shot us too. And that's why this fight sucks. He does not give you anywhere to fight him. It's completely, it really is, in my opinion, it's an unfair fight. Because there's nowhere to fight him. You know what I'm saying? I think we were able to take that. Get that blood loss one more time. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Very, very unfair fight. Yeah, I mean, if there's more room to stand, if there was, I mean, anything you could do, you know, but there's just not. I mean. Not to mention, unfortunately, there's just nowhere to stand. That fight in particular, actually, I staggered that guy. And what happened was I went for a critical and literally died. He didn't hit me not one time, and I died in the second flat because it just had to walk through his lava to get a critical. That's when it doesn't really feel fair to me. But as you see, we almost beat him. Not that it's not possible to beat him. I just think they're doing too much. As I feel with many things in this game. They're not going to stop us. They're just going to annoy us a bit. That's all. Don't worry about. So we're still going to summon Mimic. Obviously, he's not really good at tanking attacks, as you see. But, you know, he does give us a distraction for a bit, at least. Try to use some Blood Flame, see how it helps us out. No, not the damn spam stop. Yes, he will. He'll hit this fucking 10 times in a row. Then he wants to stay away from us so we can't get to him. Oh, that was lovely. Alright, come on, big boy. The fight's over here. There you go. Come on, you can do it. Get out of the lava. Get out of the lava. Get out of the lava. Yeah, if you can't tell, I did not want to cover this fight. I hate it that bad. It's just ridiculous. There it is. Yeah, no health came off. Are your iframes done yet? Like, what the fuck? You guys are more than welcome to fight him if you want. I'm moving on. He gives you like 2,000 runes or something so stupid and ridiculous after the bullshit you put up with. And then after that you get a dragon heart. It's not, you know. So you guys can do it. I'm not. I find it very irritating. I find it very annoying. I find it From Software just trying too hard. I find it just straight up, it's just absurd. That's the only way I know to describe it. It's not hard. It's just it puts you in an unfair situation. You can't even stand anywhere. Definitely get my rooms. You know, fuck this. I'm not gonna bow down that easy. Let's try this grease and see if it's any good. Maybe Mimic will be intelligent enough to put it on. Who knows? I'm not going to put that much faith into him, but maybe. We might get lucky. 2 of us using it would be nice. Unfortunately, we will not be able to finish this Legacy Dungeon this episode. Please come over here, bro. Like, there's no one in front of you over there. Like, why are you doing that? Mimic's behind you. And I'm over here. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, look at this, bro. This is ridiculous. Is this not fucking utter ridiculousness? They need to, like, reform this fight. Redo this fight. He's not even trying to get in the right spot. Yeah, I'm not going for a critical. I'm not getting any damage here. Bye. Thank you. So as I said, not really worth your time. There's like 6,000 or something like that. It's something just not worth your time. But being the walkthrough, I couldn't. It didn't feel right not doing it. You know what I mean? It really didn't. I was like, I gotta do it. It's not right if I don't. Alright, so at that point with everything cleared up to the, no. Yeah, so guest hall. We have everything cleared. We've already taken out our Godskin Noble, and while I shouldn't cover it again for people that weren't following along, because you should just follow along. I mean, it's a platinum guide. If you don't follow along, you're not going to get a platinum. Point blank period. But I don't want to just hop around in case other people don't have that stuff. But I couldn't think of anything dumber than not following along for a platinum walkthrough and then, wonder why you're missing stuff or wonder why we don't have this. And, I'll try to cover everything again, guys. I will, for everybody. But 100-hour walkthrough. Keep that in mind. A 100-hour walkthrough. And people have been following along. So I'm not going to keep talking to them about the same 10 things over and over when we have things we actually need to get done, right? So it's not to be rude, it's not to be mean or nothing like that. It's not fair to everyone else at a certain point. Either way, guys, we're going to wrap up here. Next episode, we'll fit in, the conclusion of Volcano Manor. We'll see how much time we have. If it doesn't make sense to move on, we'll just cut it short. If it does, we'll, get on over to the Shaded Castle. Either way, guys, this will be it for this episode, and we'll see you back here shortly to finish up Mount Galmir, finish up the Volcano Manor, and actually get started on the Altus Plateau.